They were ours, our youth, our dreams, our escape. And if you remember Marty McFly, you remember hope. Michael J. Fox wasn't just the future. He made us believe we could bend time and life would follow. Then, just as fast as he rose, everything changed. Parkinson stole the spotlight, but never his spirit. This isn't just a story. It's a memory. And maybe it's yours too. The 80s gifted us with unforgettable faces, individuals who became the very soul of global cinema. They didn't just act, they transformed, they inspired, and they created cinematic moments that live on. 1. Tom Cruise. With charming looks and a radiant smile, Cruise quickly became an icon of youth, rebellion, and freedom. From his daring slide in Risky Business, 1982, to his role as Maverick in Top Gun, 1986, he embodied bold energy. In 2025, he led Mission Impossible, the final reckoning, to a $540 million box office and received a standing ovation at Cannes. He's filming the sci-fi horror Deeper with Ana de Armas, set to star in Alejandro Iñárritu's next film, and will receive an honorary Oscar in 2026. Meryl Streep. Dubbed the Queen of Acting, Streep delivered roles of incredible emotional depth, from Sophie's Choice, 1982, to Out of Africa, 1985. She recently returned to Only Murders in the Building and is set for The Corrections. A sequel to The Devil Wears Prada is reportedly in development. Her legacy continues to reflect our deepest human emotions. 3. Harrison Ford. He was the quiet force of adventure. As Han Solo in Star Wars and Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981, he ignited childhood dreams of danger, discovery, and defiance. Now at 82, he stars in Captain America, Brave New World, and the series 1923, with no plans to slow down. Ford remains the symbol of rugged charm, daring, grounded, and unshakably heroic. 4. Sigourney Weaver. Strong, intelligent, and fearless, Sigourney Weaver shattered stereotypes about female roles in action cinema. From the resilient, primal Ellen Ripley battling xenomorphs in Aliens, 1986, a performance that earned her an Oscar nomination, to the elegant yet possessed Dana Barrett in Ghostbusters, 1984, Weaver proved that women could be heroes without needing male assistance. She's set to star as a New Republic pilot in The Mandalorian Grogu, 2026, revealed at Star Wars Celebration Japan. She was a symbol of female empowerment, a role model for every young girl eager to assert herself and fight for what she believed in. 5. Michael J. Fox. He was the mischievous, energetic Marty McFly in Back to the Future, 1985, the young man who made the whole world believe in the magic of the DeLorean time machine. Michael J. Fox didn't just bring laughter and excitement, he also conveyed messages of optimism, daring to dream, and relentlessly pursuing goals. In 2025, he returned to TV in Shrinking Season 3, published his memoir Future Boy, and was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He continues to advocate for Parkinson's research and made a heartfelt appearance at Fan Expo New Orleans. His role in this film defined a generation, making everyone dream of a ride in a time machine to change the past. But he wasn't alone. The 80s were full of icons' faces we never truly left behind. 6. Molly Ringwald. The princess of teenage dreams, Molly Ringwald perfectly captured the awkward beauty, fragility, and contradictions of adolescence. With iconic John Hughes films like 16 Candles, 1984, and The Breakfast Club, 1985, she became the voice of an entire generation of teenagers navigating self-discovery, social pressures, and first crushes. In summer 2025, she tours with the Molly Ringwald Project, performing in California, and is featured in a new documentary about her career. Molly brought authentic and relatable high school stories to the screen. 7. Sylvester Stallone. With his bulging muscles and iron will, Sylvester Stallone wasn't just an action star. He was an icon of resilience and an unyielding spirit. Rocky Balboa in the Rocky series and John Rambo in Rambo weren't just characters fighting in the ring or on the battlefield. They embodied quiet strength, the will to overcome adversity for honor, for family, and for justice. He's set to return in Rambo 6, New Blood, the third season of Tulsa King, and leads the upcoming action film Alarum, 2025. A reboot of Cliffhanger is also in the works. Stallone inspired millions with his courage and self-belief. 8. Kathleen Turner. Sensual, dangerous, and intelligent, Kathleen Turner created the image of a powerful, mysterious, and captivating woman. From Joan Wilder in Romancing the Stone, 1984, a romance novelist thrust into a real-life adventure, to the fatally alluring Maddie Walker in Body Heat, 1981, Turner showcased a mature beauty that was both enchanting and sharp, full of intellect. She has taken on theater and activist roles, supporting causes like Planned Parenthood and City Meals, while continuing select film projects. She was a fantasy for many men and an aspiration of power for many women. 9. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's laughter brightened weekends and filled homes with joy. With Beverly Hills Cop, 1984, he redefined the action, comedy genre with his charm and quick-witted lines. Later, Coming to America, 1988, further demonstrated his versatile acting and natural comedic genius. In 2025, he headlines The Pickup, streaming Aug 6, is in the action comedy Blue Falcon and stars in the Netflix documentary ADDIE. Murphy proved the power of comedy in connecting people and making us love movies wholeheartedly, delivering pure and exhilarating entertainment. 10. Michelle Pfeiffer. With her cool, elegant, yet deeply human beauty, Michelle Pfeiffer portrayed complex women, fragile yet unbreakable. Her role as Elvira Hancock, Tony Montana's drug-addicted wife in Scarface, 1983, propelled her to stardom. Subsequently, her powerful and seductive performance in The Fabulous Baker Boys, 1989, confirmed her acting talent and versatility. She recently imprinted her hands at the TCL Chinese Theater and stars in the Yellowstone spin-off The Madison and the comedy Oh What? Fun? She also fronts St. Laurent's Summer 2025 campaign. Pfeiffer brought a refined beauty, both enigmatic and vulnerable, making it impossible for viewers to look away. Every face, every role they played, carries a piece of us. A song plays, a movie title appears, and suddenly, we're back. At a birthday party from 30 years ago, on a rainy afternoon with an old TV glowing in the corner. They've passed through time, but their images are frozen in us. Because they weren't just on the screen, they were right there, beside us, in the most memorable moments of our lives. Time moves on. Viewers grow older. The children who once stayed up late are now telling bedtime stories of their own. But every time we hear that soundtrack, every time we see that scene again, we remember they never really left. They're still here, in our hearts, in our memory. They were icons. And if you still remember them, if you can still feel the emotions they bring, then the best part of you, those memories and feelings, is still right there too, whole and never fading. What was your favorite film or face of the 80s? Share the memory. The past is only gone if we forget it.